You wake up, stretch your legs, and the morning light filters through your window. For most of us, that first quiet moment feels peaceful, until the thought crosses our mind. What if something happens to me one day? It's a question that becomes more real with age, especially when we hear about friends, neighbors, or family members who've had a stroke. But here's what might surprise you. Nearly 80% of strokes can be prevented. Not by drastic changes, but by small, intentional habits, the kind that take just a few minutes each morning. These aren't theories, they're practices neurologists quietly use themselves, the same experts who understand the brain better than anyone. So today, let's walk through 7 simple, life-protecting habits that could potentially prevent you from having a stroke. And believe it or not, each takes about 2 minutes or less. Together, they can dramatically lower your stroke risk and strengthen your body's ability to stay clear, balanced, and steady for years to come. Ask yourself, have you ever stopped to think about how many of your habits are running on autopilot? And which ones are actually protecting your future self? Well, you're not alone when it comes to that. Many people, regardless of age, don't really focus on their daily habits, and unfortunately, it can result in unexpected outcomes. Here's a story that sadly many of us can relate to. A retired teacher in his late 60s. He lived a balanced life, exercised now and then, kept his checkups current. One afternoon during a Sunday lunch, surrounded by family, his laughter suddenly cut short. He slumped forward, unable to speak. His face dropped on one side, and his family froze for a moment, unsure what was happening. By the time help arrived, precious minutes had passed. Thankfully, he survived, but his speech and independence were never the same. Afterward, his neurologist said something that stayed with his wife for years. This could have been prevented with just a few simple daily habits, the same ones I follow myself. That statement isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to remind all of us that prevention doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be consistent. When you think about your own mornings, are you rushing? Do you have a routine that you consider a ritual of care? If that rhythm doesn't exist yet, that's perfectly okay. In this video, we'll explore 7 small habits, the same ones neurologists rely on themselves to lower their stroke risk and strengthen their daily resilience. Habit number 7. Start your day with water before anything else. It's simple, it's free, and yet it might be one of the most overlooked ways to protect your heart and brain. While you sleep, your body quietly loses water through breathing and skin evaporation. By morning, your blood can become slightly thicker, forcing your heart to work harder to push it through narrow vessels. For older adults, that extra effort can increase the chance of tiny clots forming, which, in some cases, may travel toward the brain. The fix takes seconds. Keep a glass or bottle of water on your nightstand. Before coffee, before your phone, before breakfast, drink. 1 glass, about 8 to 10 ounces, helps thin the blood naturally and kickstarts your circulation. 2 glasses are even better if your doctor approves. You don't need to wait for thirst. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already asking for help. This one step helps every system that depends on good blood flow: the brain, heart, kidneys, and muscles. Let's be honest, what's the first thing you usually reach for in the morning? And could it be time to make that glass of water your new first choice? And if so, tomorrow morning, take that first sip before you take your first step. Habit number 6. Gently wake up your body. Stretch or move lightly. After 7 or 8 hours in bed, your circulation slows and joints stiffen. Jumping straight into chores or screens shocks the system. Instead, think of your body like an engine that needs to warm up before driving. 2 to 10 minutes of light movement is enough to wake your circulation. Rotate your shoulders, stretch your arms wide, flex your ankles, take a few slow steps down the hallway. If you can, step outside for fresh air and let your body loosen naturally. Studies from the American Heart Association show that even light movement in the morning improves blood flow to the brain and muscles, helping regulate blood pressure throughout the day. You don't need a full workout, you just need consistency. Picture yourself tuning the body for the day ahead, gently, kindly, with care. Isn't it noticeable how your body feels different on mornings when you move, even for just a minute or two? That subtle lift in energy and clarity is no coincidence. It's your body's way of saying thank you. Movement restores circulation, balance, and confidence, all of which connect directly to the next habit.
Habit number 5. Check your blood pressure in the morning. Many strokes happen between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. That's when our blood pressure naturally spikes as cortisol, our wake-up hormone, rises. It's part of how the body gets ready for the day. But for those with hypertension, that spike can quietly become dangerous. High blood pressure is the single biggest risk factor for stroke, and it often shows no symptoms. You might feel fine until the moment you're not. That's why monitoring is power. If you have a home blood pressure monitor, use it a few mornings a week. Sit quietly for 5 minutes before measuring, with your arm supported at heart level. Record your numbers and bring them to your doctor's appointments. Think of it as a weather forecast for your circulatory system. If the numbers trend high, above 130/80 consistently, it's a sign that your body is asking for support, not punishment. Small adjustments in diet, hydration, or medication can make a big difference. It takes 2 minutes, yet it's one of the most life-saving habits you can own. Would it bring you peace of mind to know your numbers before your day begins, rather than wonder how your heart is handling the pressure? Knowing brings calm, and each small check-in builds trust between you and your body, a quiet confidence that grows stronger with time. Now let's give your body the right kind of fuel to keep that protection going strong. Habit number 4. Eat an anti-inflammatory breakfast. Breakfast sets the tone for your metabolism and your arteries. Many people start the day with sugar, white flour, or processed meat, not realizing how these spike inflammation and stress the blood vessels that feed the brain. But a nutrient-rich breakfast helps balance hormones, stabilize blood sugar, and protect your arteries. Choose foods that fight inflammation instead of fueling it. Try this simple formula: fiber plus protein plus good fat plus color. That might look like oats with berries and a spoon of yogurt, or eggs with avocado and a slice of real whole grain toast. Even a banana with nut butter works. And read your labels. A product that says made with whole grain isn't the same as 100% whole grain. Always check the first ingredient. Whether we see it or not, these small choices ripple throughout your body all day. They calm blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and feed the brain nutrients it craves, especially omega-3s, antioxidants, and B vitamins. If breakfast is the foundation of your day, what kind of fuel do you want your brain running on? Calm energy or quick burnout? If it's calm energy, tomorrow morning, build a plate that supports you, not one that secretly drains you. Habit number 3. Take 2 minutes to lower morning stress before the phone, before the news, before the noise. Give yourself 2 minutes of peace. When you wake up and immediately start thinking of everything ahead, your stress hormones surge. Cortisol rises, blood pressure increases, and blood vessels tighten. Over time, this morning rush becomes a daily strain on your heart and brain. But there's a gentle solution: breathing. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat this for 2 minutes. It's not about meditation or perfection. It's about creating space between waking and worrying. Harvard research shows that even brief mindfulness or breathing exercises lower blood pressure and improve heart rate variability, meaning your body adapts better to stress.
Imagine starting your day from calm instead of chaos. Wouldn't that make the rest of your day feel lighter, steadier, more in your control? That's how you retrain your nervous system to respond and not react. Habit number 2, plan micro movements throughout your day. Even if you exercise regularly, sitting for long periods can cancel out much of that benefit. Extended sitting slows blood flow in the legs and can lead to clots or stiffness that increase stroke risk over time. So, in the morning, take a moment to plan your movement checkpoints. If you know you'll spend hours at a desk or in front of a screen, set a reminder every 45 to 60 minutes to stand, stretch, or take a short walk. 2 minutes of walking, 1 minute of leg stretches, or simply standing and rolling your shoulders can help. These micro breaks boost circulation and keep blood vessels healthy. Remember, it's not about intensity, it's about interruption. Each time you stand up, you send a message to your body, "I haven't forgotten you." Over time, these pauses become as important as exercise itself. You can even set up easy ways you could remind yourself to move, like a timer, a song, a friend's text, something that would make movement part of your natural rhythm. We've all got smartphones, so this should be easy and simple, right? Which brings us to habit number 1, the habit that ties everything together and reminds us that caring for the smallest details often protects what matters most. Habit number 1, protect your mouth, protect your brain. This last one surprises most people. Oral health and brain health are more connected than many realize. Inflamed gums release bacteria and inflammatory molecules into the bloodstream. And this bacteria and molecules can damage arteries and contribute to plaque buildup, the same kind that causes strokes and heart disease. Large studies presented at the American Stroke Association conference revealed that adults who floss daily had up to 22% lower risk of ischemic stroke and 44% lower risk of cardioembolic stroke. That's a powerful statistic for such a small habit. Floss once a day. Whether it's in the morning or evening, it doesn't matter, just consistently. Slide the floss gently between teeth, curving it along the gum line. If you see a little bleeding, don't panic. It's often a sign of inflammation that will ease with regular care. 2 minutes of flossing a day might quietly be one of the most brain-protective routines you'll ever adopt. Isn't it amazing how something as ordinary as flossing could be silently guarding your brain's health every single day? So, along with flossing, let's piece each of the 7 habits together. You wake up, drink your water. You take 2 minutes to breathe. You stretch gently or walk a short loop around your home. You eat a steady, nourishing breakfast. You check your blood pressure if it's one of your tracking days. You floss when you brush, and you schedule small movement breaks throughout your day. That's it. No expensive products, no crash programs. Just small, thoughtful habits that stack up to massive protection. Stroke prevention doesn't live in a pill bottle, it lives in the rhythm of your mornings. If you started today, which of these habits feels easiest to begin, and which one might quietly make the biggest difference over time? The truth is, any habit you start today matters. There's no perfect order, just progress. Each choice to care for yourself is a quiet victory, a sign that you're investing in more tomorrows. And if you're caring for someone else, share this knowledge. Place a water bottle beside their bed. Join them for a few gentle stretches. Set a reminder together for their blood pressure checks. Small acts of shared routine can become small acts of love. And if you've already experienced a stroke or are recovering, these same steps, guided by your doctor, can help rebuild strength and reduce recurrence risk. Remember, healing isn't just about recovery. It's about reprogramming your daily rhythm towards safety and confidence. Because change doesn't begin with motivation. It begins with movement, even the smallest one. Every day is another chance to care for the body that's carried you this far. Keep learning, keep moving, keep believing in your own strength, because aging isn't slowing down, it's leveling up. If today's message resonated, take a moment to share it with someone who could use a reminder that small habits matter. Because together, we're proving that aging well isn't the exception, it's the standard.